Hi guys, and welcome back to LPB Racing for round 3 of our WTCR Championship on GT Sport. This is race 2 at Brands Hatch, getting ready for a start. So it is the grid from the last race. So TY on pole from Bidzster, and then Callum, Neil and Growly Bear, top 5. Ready for a start. Revs rise. BMW on pole position should get a decent start, but watch out for the four-wheel drive cars, especially the Subarus from the back. Away we go, and there you go, the Subarus through the middle of the pack, near the back, as the TY goes into the first corner first, followed by Callum and Growly Bear, and then Nick Hash up the inside of Neil. Oh, contact between seat 1 and Stacker at the back as well, as we work his way into Druids. Growly Bear in 3rd position, Firepower looking on fire in 5th place. Right up the inside, and he's alongside Bidzster as well. Down as contact, down towards the next corner. And Nick Hash gives Firepower a little boost as well. So Nick Hash has got no weight on the car, remember, in this one, so he should be on with some decent pace in this. As Firepower defends into 30s at the bottom of the hill as we go onto the GP loop. This is where Nick Hash should be able to gain a bit of time. So it's TY from Callum and Growly Bear in 3rd position. And then it's Bidzster in 4th as we go down. Remember, Bidzster, maximum weight, second to maximum weight in that Scirocco. TY with the full beans in that BMW, so that will not be doing too well. As we go through here, Task 1 up over the curb, right behind Nick Hash. 2 Belgians guys pushing hard as Firepower makes a little mistake there, and Nick Hash up the inside. Fire, and then Task 1 up the inside of his teammate as well, and overtakes him onto the grass. Don't know whether there was contact there or not, but I don't think there was. As we go round here, we'll get a replay on that after the first lap's finished. Firepower, so he's saying his old name. Firepower going absolutely backwards there, getting mobbed by everyone. There he is. Stacker's going through, and now Neil's gone through. Just shows you one mistake can let you go backwards, so we'll get a quick replay on that. Okay, here's a replay on board with Firepower then on lap 1 to see what happens. So going down towards Dingledell now, we'll see. We'll go a bit slower here. Nick Hash comes alongside. Moves us up towards the outside of the track, and then we just lose a bit of control there, and then we go off ourselves. So it was half and half really. As we come back from that then, Callum challenging TY for the lead of the race. TY through Paddock Hill Bend with Callum right behind him. Bidzster's past Growly Bear as well, so Bidzster's up to 3rd place. As we go into Druids, TY, Callum, and then Nick Hash up the inside of Growly Bear. So Nick Hash not wasting any time in that Mazda Atenza. And then at the back we've got Task 1 and Seat 1 side by side down Graham Hill Bend, and Graham Hill Bend, close stuff up on the curb. Brilliant stuff as TY and Callum go into it inside each other, and Nick Hash tries to get round Bidzster, but Bidzster shuts the door. But that Scirocco will not have any top end speed with the weight on board, and it'll go back down to 4th place. Task 1 has passed Seat 1, by the way. As we go down here then, Callum from TY, and then we've got Nick Hash and Bidzster in 4th. Maybe Bidzster not giving up on Nick Hash up the inside. He's going to fight for every single last breath. Nick Hash goes onto the grass. Growly Bear looks up the inside. Nick Hash gets back on the road into 3rd place, just about over the curb. Oh, amazing stuff. Aggressive stuff as well, but it's all good, it's all clean. That's what we like to see. People challenging for positions, not afraid to go for the moves, but again, there's a fine line between brave and stupidity. As we go down through Stirlings, down towards Clearways at the end of another lap. Everyone really close in this race. Nick Hash and Bidzster still close together. We've got Task 1 and Seat 1. Subaru versus BMW. BMW trying to get the cut back. As he got alongside enough, I think he will have. Task 1 does not have the top end speed in that Subaru. Side by side up to Paddock Hill Bend. Meanwhile, the leaders, TY, Callum, still the same. We'll go back to that Task 1 seat battle. Through Paddock Hill Bend, Task 1 maintains the position with the cornering power of that Subaru, against the BMW. So into Druids as we take a little breather. Lots going on in that first couple of laps. But good stuff. That's what we like to see. And what a beautiful camera over the curves. Brilliant. Up towards Stirlings. Sorry, Surtees. I will get these corner names right. So TY in the lead then, still with, again, remember, with maximum ballast on. So Callum's got 3rd place weight on, but it's a little bit lighter. It's about 80 kilos lighter than TY's car, but TY with the full lot on, still doing very well so far in this race. To the next corner as we look at Bidzster up the inside of Growly Bear. There he goes. sorry, defending from Growly Bear, whichever way you want to call it, is into Dingledale we go. Up over the curb. Everyone nicely through there. Task 1 catching up to this group. So Bidzster not able to stay with the top 3. So obviously the Scirocco not as good with the weight round this track as the other cars are. So the rear wheel drive actually coping quite well with the weight so far in TY's car. As Callum goes up the inside, just that lighter car, and Nick Hash is coming up as well. Remember, he's the lightest of the lot of them. He's got no added weight on at all. As Callum gets the fastest lap, sorry, Nick Hash gets the fastest lap, 129.4 as he tries to go up the inside of TY, no way through there. TY gets passed by Callum, and now TY on the defensive as he gets hit by Nick Hash, I think. TY goes really wide, starts drifting. Nick Hash must hit him there because he did back off, so TY over the grass a bit, but that's understandable after being hit. So really pressing on there as Nick Hash just outbraked himself. Look at Task 1 now, he's right on the back of Bidzster, he's trying to go for a move. Bidzster defending the inside into the corner, but he's going to be slow out, but he's not bothered because if he can slow that BMW up, he'll then get harassed by the 2 cars behind him. As we go down the straight, Bidzster, oh, Growly Bear moves out on Seek 1 as well, so 4 cars side by side with each other down towards Hawthorne. Bidzster from Task 1, and then Growly Bear muscling his way up the inside of Seat 1 there, going for a gap. And then we've got Bidzster defending on Task 1 as there's possibly contact, but I think we're all good. Growly Bear down the hill with Seat 1 on the inside now. Seat 1 fighting back. Growly Bear on the grass. Oh, and on the grass again, hip and shoulder from Seat 1, and Neil Farmack says thank you, I'll take that place. As Bidzster and Task 1 go side by side into Stirling's, but Bidzster comes out on top. Brilliant scrap this. As Seat 1 now looks on the inside of Task 1 into the last corner, thinks twice about it though. Just showing his nose, but he's lost speed, so Neil might end up catching up here. As Callum's in the lead, pulling out a bit of a gap here now, so TY now with Nick Hash behind him. So Nick Hash's car really light, flashing his lights at TY saying, I'm going to get you, tries to go up the inside. No way through there, TY covers it off. Bidzster from Task 1 still behind, Neil Farmack now attacking Seat 1. And then further back here we've got Jamo and Firepower. So Jamo's got past Firepower in the lightened Lexus now, because the Lexus obviously had maximum ballast on in race 1, and now it's got that took off. As we go into Surtees up the hill onto the GP circuit, Task 1 and Bidzster similar lines through there, quite aggressive entries but rubbish exits. As we go down the straight, Seat 1 will close up a bit here, Bidzster defending from Task 1, not leaving a single gap in the world. As Nick Hash now in front of TY, Nick Hash has got past TY. So Nick Hash into second place there as we look at Bidzster, still trying to defend from this pack behind him. So clearly the weight not handling very well on that Scirocco as he has to mount the curb to avoid Task there, because Task 1's got Seek all over the back of him, and Neil Farmack, here he comes. Neil Farmack goes right past Seek 1, hip and shoulder, and straight through into 6th place. So Neil Farmack seizing the opportunity of the BMW being slower out than the previous corner, and the Audi goes straight through. Again, it's beautiful to see all these different makes all battling together. Really shows that we've got this championship competitive, and the weight ballast is doing its job. It's working, keeping this field close. The guys who are usually out front, for example Callum, TY, Bidzster, not necessarily having it all their own way in this championship, because they've got to outlug 200 kilos round if they win a race, so it does make it harder for them, or they, at least 200 kilos, and then a bit less for each position. As Neil Farmack now up the inside of Task 1, not wasting no time. Neil Farmack up the inside of Task 1. Task 1 will try and fight him back round the outside. Bang, bang, Neil squeezing him onto the grass. Don't know whether that was exactly fair from Neil, and Task 1 giving him the hip and shoulder back, and Growly says, go on then boys, you keep fighting, I'll just go straight through. The Mitsubishi Evo taking advantage of those two having a scrap and getting involved himself. As he gives Neil a nice little boost out the corner, I'm sure Neil will thank him for that. And Task 1 now looking for a way around the outside of that Evo. Subaru versus Evo. My money's on the Evo into the corner because it's on the inside, but Task 1 might even be able to... he does actually get around the outside. I underestimated the Subaru, I do apologise, but Subaru gets into 6th place as we watch Bidzster go around in 4th. So the leaders are still a bit more spread out at the minute. Nick Hash is catching his teammate, but not by a fast rate. So there goes Bidzster. Neil, followed by Task 1, Growly Bear and Seat 1, all close together. Growly Bear defending now from Seat 1. Seat 1 tries to go around the outside. Growly Bear gives him space. Seat 1's now got the inside for the next corner. So into clear way. Seat 1 on the inside. Growly Bear has to give way and then he might be able to get a cutback, but now he has to brake quite early out of that. And look who that's creeping up in the background. It's Jamo in the Tide Lexus, the only sole Lexus today, because obviously, like I said in the previous video, Rodder's not feeling very good at the minute, so he's not in this one. As Task 1 goes at the inside of Neil after Neil makes a mistake. Neil closes him down, not hardly leaving a gap at all, really, not leaving much racing room for Task, and Task goes through. So Neil's got to watch that. He's got to make sure he doesn't close it down too much. But that was all fair, that was all good. About on the limit of giving racing room. As Task 1 goes at the inside, Neil Farmack in 6th place then, Growly Bear 7th and Seat 1 8th. So again, all to play for here. As we look at the battle at the back, Stacker is at the back 11th, and then Firepower 10th, so a bit of a gap between them. Stacker not having a very good race in this one at all, but still, let's hope he'll do better in the next one. As we look at these lot coming down here into Hawthorne, as Task 1 has a look at Bidzster into Hawthorne. Task 1 gets a good run, he's on the inside into Westfield. Will he go for the move on the inside? He's going to, yes he is. Oh, slight contact between the two there, but Task 1 gets through. Bidzster not able to do anything in response because of the weight on his car. Task 1 through into 4th place. But Bidzster's not having any of it. Right back on him, like an angry wasp. Straight back on him. Up the inside as well, side by side, rubbing door handles and giving each other several gestures as we come down towards Clearways. Bidzster getting rid of a little penalty there. The penalties are easily accumulated on this track as Task 1 finds a gap up the inside and goes straight back through. Brilliant driving between these two. Similar driving styles between Bidzster and Task 1. Bidzster goes straight back up the inside into Paddock Hill Bend. Does not give up. Neil Farmack waiting in the wings behind, either nervous or just absolutely sheer panic. But Neil goes right up the inside and he's going to try and take 2 cars in one. Goes up the inside of Task 1. Bang, bang, bang. Growly says, there you go, sunshine, I'll give you a hand. Right into 4th place. It's a little hand from Growly Bear. Very aggressive racing that, but again, it was all quite fair because it was a bit of door banging, but no sort of real pushing or shoving, to be honest. Just a lot of contact in one go. So Neil, Task, Growly Bear, Bidzster going backwards here in 7th place as Growly Bear gets a good run onto the straight alongside Task 1. This is mayhem down towards Hawthorne. All as one. There's no point saying what the order is because it's going to change, I know it. Neil Farmack from, now it's Task 1, hit ball, bang, takes Growly off the road. Now that was a bit forceful. So Growly Bear goes back down to 9th place. Seat 1 goes up the inside of Task 1 into the next corner, taking advantage. Task 1 keeps up the inside, he's going to try and keep with him until Dingledale. Whoa, close. Seat 1's off and he's off, he's hit Task. He's lost control of the car and he hits Bidzster as well. They're all going to go off into the next corner. Bidzster's off backwards. Task 1's in the gravel. Jamo says, thank you very much, lads. I'll take all those your positions off you. As Seat 1 continues in 5th place. That all unravelled a bit quick, that. But Bidzster back down into 8th place and Task 1 into 7th. So we'll get some replays on that. Okay, here's another replay then of what happened on lap 8 with everyone. So into Dingledale we go. Seat 1 goes wide and makes a mistake, hits Task, and then bang, hits Bidzster, and he can't stop again, and he hits Task off the road. Bidzster's off backwards at this point, and Jamo thinks it's Christmas and takes all those positions. Okay, now here's a look from on board with the Lexus of Jamo. So you can see Seat 1 and Task 1 side by side up ahead into the next corner. Seat 1 goes a bit wide, hits that BMW on the grass, hits Task, then bang, hits Bidzster, wrong place, wrong time, and then goes off again and hits Task again, and then continues in 5th place. So as we come back from that action then, back to the leaders, Callum versus Nick Ash, the two Mazdas up front and dominating proceedings in this race so far. Callum, the reigning champion, the number 1 in front, number 73, Nick Ash in 2nd place. So the two teammates out in front, the Jack Daniels cars in procession, but the thing is, Nick Ash is a lighter car and he's wanting more points in his championship, and he will go for a position if he can, but again, is he going to play the team game because Callum is fighting for the top end of the championship with Bidzster? So will he actually go for a move here, or is he going to be happy to sit behind his teammate and let him get the maximum points? So we'll have to see what happens here as the race unfolds. As we go out of Westfield, all nicely out of there, nice and clean, through Dingledale. Nick Ash right behind him. I don't know if he's going to try and mount an attack at some point, but he's having a little look, so I think he might do. But there's no way through there anyway, as we go down towards Clearways. So again, Mazda and Mazda at the front into Clearways, both cars with a decent run onto the straight. So we'll just go back and have a look at these battles back here. So Jamo into 5th place ahead of Seat 1 then. Jamo into 5th place now, so good position here for Jamo. Task 1 back there, there's Bidzster in 8th on his own. So again, spread out the pack a bit. But Nick Hash takes the lead. Nick Hash has gone for the move. He's took the lead up the inside of Callum. So we'll get a quick replay on how that changed. Okay, here's a replay of how Nick Hash got the lead then on the start of lap 10 into Paddock Hill Bend. Just right up the inside, on late on the brakes. Clean as a whistle and as clean as you like. So as we come back from that, Nick Hash takes the lead, but track limits very wide out of that corner. Got to be careful not to get a penalty or two. But Nick Hash into 1st place. Callum obviously not happy about whatever happened because he's right behind Nick now, really pressuring him into a mistake, and he has. Makes a mistake, Callum goes right back up the inside. Nick Hash doesn't bother fighting it too much, and Callum goes straight back to the lead. So the two Mazdas fighting each other. I suppose they've got a bit of a gap to do that, because they've got about a good 5 seconds over TY, so they've got a bit of time to have a bit of a battle between them. As we look back, Seat 1 ahead of Jamo now, so Seat 1 and Jamo swap back places. So Seat 1 into 5th, Jamo down to 6th, Task 1 7th. So that incident has spread out the field a little bit more now. There's Bidzster back in 8th position with the maximum weight on, so at least he'll have the weight took off for the next race if he doesn't get above 5th. There's Firepower in 9th place, Growlett in 10th. As Callum goes through out of Stirling's down towards Clearways. Clark Curve, so into Clearways, which is this bit, and then Clark Curve is the long curve at the side of the pit lane. Clark Curve round here. And across the line to start another lap. Meanwhile, TY in 3rd place. We've got Neil in 4th still, a lonely race for him. Well, it is now, but Seat 1 and Jamo are not finished yet. Seat 1 and Jamo are still playing hammer and tongs for that position for 5th place. As they go across the line, Jamo will close up slightly in the Lexus. Good top end speed on that Lexus. Into the corner. Seat 1 will defend the inside, Jamo will go to the outside. Into Druids. Seat 1 goes in first but runs wide. Will Jamo be able to get through up the inside? No, he won't. There's a little sniff, but again, every single manoeuvre that they make that's offline, Task 1 closes up. Straight across that curb. As we look back at the leaders now, Nick Hash up the inside of Callum. He's up the inside. The two teammates definitely fighting it out here. So Callum not having an easy race here with his teammate. His teammate making it very hard work for him. Even and I know Callum was battling for the lead of the championship with Bidzster, but again, Nick Hash also has a right to his points. He doesn't have to play the team game if he don't want to. But Nick Hash definitely on the grass. Definitely going for it as he gets a good run out of that corner. As we go on board with Callum now, so there's Nick Hash behind us. Into Clearways. And both cars with similar pace here, so not looking too bad as Nick Hash will close up a bit on acceleration because of no weight in that car. Now which way will he go? Will Callum defend or will Nick Hash go for the inside? He's going up the inside into the corner as we look back to the outside. The two Mazdas side by side through Paddock Hill Bend. Nick Hash goes for the lead. Callum not giving up. Keeps round the outside of him. Will Nick Hash go bands out the inside? No, he won't. So Callum holding his own here, showing that he is willing to race with his own teammate for that win. Just showing how desperate he is, and also Nick showing how desperate he is as well. As we look at Task 1's passed Jamo and Seek. So he's gone from 7th to 5th. So how that happened, I don't know. We'll get a replay on that. Okay, here's a replay of what happened between Jamo, Seek and Task 1 for Task 1 to get all those positions. So we go down here and Seek, bang, hits the back of that Lexus, and the Lexus goes off, and then Task 1 comes through as Seat 1 waits for us and goes boom, straight through the middle in that Subaru. So as we come back from that then, 5th place for Task 1 now. As we look back at Growly Bear, he's past Firepower, he's back on the move now. So Growly Bear had to stop at one point because his wheel actually came off his own rig stand, so he had to sort of bolt that back on or do whatever he had to do, and now he's back on with it. So unlucky there for Growly, but gets back up to 9th place at least. As we look at Jamo, he's now continuing to chase Task 1 in the Subaru. Again, this is Subaru territory, these long corners. Jamo using a bit of the grass there to help him out as well, but no harm done. through Westfield, all very much on an even pace, as Nick Hash now closes up to Callum. But having said that, I would actually say that Callum is slightly pulling away from Nick Hash here, so Callum pulling away slightly. And that battle maintains its own rhythm as we look back at Task 1, and oh! I heard a bang! Seat 1's gone into the wall! Seat 1's lost it on his own, gone straight into the wall, and here comes Bidzster. Thank you very much, I'll take another place. So more points for Bidzster, less points for Seat 1, so makes a mistake there and rejoins himself. As we look at Callum and Nick Hash then on the last lap of the race. So Callum and his teammate Nick Hash is a bit wide there for Nick, but then loses a bit of time coming back on. Up through Surtees, up onto the straight. I do like the colorations of those cars, the Union Jack wing mirrors on the Callum car, and obviously on the Nick Hash car, the Belgian wing mirror colours. I do like the different liveries this season, they are really good. Obviously watch out next week for the special event, because we will have a lot of different liveries on track for a special event. We'll have special one-off liveries for the season. As we go into Westfield, Nick Hash closes right up on his teammate now, trying everything he can as Callum makes a mistake. Callum's made a mistake there, Nick Hash up the inside. Callum makes a mistake out of that corner, Nick Hash looks up the inside, but thinks better of it. He didn't want to take his own teammate out, he thought he'd have a go, but he had to move out, back off from it. So it looks like Callum's got enough of a gap now to be home free, but we'll see, because you never know, could make a mistake on the last corner. It's highly unlikely with it being Callum, but you never know. Into clearways for the last time, Nick Hash pushing hard, and he's pushing too hard, he's gone off. Nick Hash goes off. And you see the dust in the background as Callum wins the race. Well done to Callum, well deserved win. Had to fight off his teammate for most of that race. Nick Hash in second place, TY third in the BMW. Well done to him, not a bad show for having maximum weight on. Neil Farmack in fourth position in the Audi. Well done to Neil Farmack. Task 1 and Jamo's going to be close on the line. It's just going to be Task 1 on the line from the Lexus of Jamo in sixth place. Then it's going to be Bidzster from Seek 1 in 7th and 8th position there. So Bidzster in 7th, Seek 1 8th. Well done to them guys. The weight will be off their cars for the next one. And then Growly Bear 9th place, not a bad recovery for him. And then we've got Firepower and Stacker near the back. Firepower in 10th position there, and Stacker comes across the line to round off the 11. So Stacker rounds off the 11 there. So we'll just get those results confirmed for you now, guys. Okay guys, here's the results from that one then. So Callum wins that race in the Mazda Atenza from his teammate Nick Hash in second place. Good battle between them in the race. Then it's TY in third position. Neil finishes in fourth. Task 1 gets fifth place with Jamo in 6th. Bidzster just ahead of Seek on the line in 7th, so Seek in 8th. Growly Bear finishes in 9th place, and Firepower in 10th, with Stacker 11th place in the Audi TT. Then we have Nick Hash with the fastest lap, with a 1:28.8. So guys, after that, there's your winner, Callum in the Mazda. So there's your winner, and we will see you guys for race 3. Take care.